Hello and welcome to episode 6 of The Formula. Today we're going to be discussing one of the hardest parts of the sales process, I think, the thing that happens the most in our office, which is that last part of the sales cycle just before you're about to close.
This is something like the Holocaust.
Afternoon to you all and welcome to The Formula, episode 6. Today we're going to be talking about that last part of the sales process that I think most people in my organisation find the hardest. But once you get it right, it actually becomes really easy to close those deals. The problem is that you go through that whole sales process. So you make your cold call or you have your incoming lead and you follow the process of the follow-ups. You might have emails going on in the background. You do your best to find out as much out about that prospect as possible. And you get to the point where you think, okay, I'm going to close this one. Your manager's on you or your directors are on you about your pipeline and you've got it all there and you're all at 90% or 95% that they're all going to close, and then they drag out and they drag out and then they drag out and eventually you lose your persistence, which you should never do, and you chuck them out your pipeline. We're going to be talking today about how certain questions that you can ask to find out what is going on their mind. And it all comes down to things like this, different types of closes. I said on the last episode that one of my favourites was the 1 to 10, and it is one of my favourites. There are some other ones that we're going to look over, but this one, let's start with this one, which is a nice, easy one to go with. So you've got your checklist, and you've figured out as many things, or you've asked as many questions as you can ask as to what's going on with this prospect, when they're likely to buy, how much of the product or service they want to buy, what their budget is. You've asked all these sort of things. You may have even asked if they're speaking to anyone else out there, any of your competitors. You probably asked, who are they speaking to? And you've probably get the same as most people get, is they don't want to tell you. Don't know why, but prospects don't want to tell you who they've used, whether it was good or bad, and if they're going out for a new quote now, who they're using and who their competitors, who your competitors are that they're thinking of using. So ask them out of 1 to 10 where you are. So you've got all this, they've got all the literature in front of them, or they've got their quote, or you've got your proposal, your presentation, whatever it is that you do in your business, and ask them on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you? And what I mean by that, if they come back to you and say you're a 1 and a 2, then they're not even in the pipeline. I mean, they're like literally a 5%. You may as well not even have them in there. You've done a really bad job. They probably come back with, I'm a 7, I'm an 8, maybe something like that. And it really opens the discussion up more to what you can do better to get that person to close. So it might be that they say you're an 8 and you say, okay, fine, what can I do to get you to a 10? What are we missing out? What have we not discussed that I can get you to a 10? They might turn around and say your pricing. So they might say, so-and-so down the road, ABC Publishing, or whatever they're called, are coming in at this price. You're this price, okay? You really want to try not to negotiate down on your price. You want to start bringing in the values as to why you are that price and why you're going to stick to your guns on that price. Most of the time, it isn't price that is objecting someone. And an objection around price isn't the case really, because it's just a complaint. They're complaining that you're too expensive. So always bear that in mind. Don't undervalue your product. If you think that your product is valued at that price, that's the price it should be. You're always going to have people undercutting you. It could be that, what else is there? It could be that you haven't got the criteria down to T, your service isn't quite right. Whatever it is, asking the question of 1 to 10, where am I, is going to bring those sort of things out, and you need to know that. If you haven't closed it, there's always going to be a reason for it, and this is the point when this prospect can be honest with you, and you can work around it. It's also going to be a great rapport building, because I can guarantee none of your competitors are asking that sort of question. So go out there, look at your pipeline now, look through it, and see who is just becoming a bit stagnant in your pipeline. Give them a call and just say, okay, we're still talking about this now. Out of 1 to 10, where am I on this? And you're going to start getting answers that you want to get. The other thing you could ask is, let's say your prospect's got you, 2 or 3 others on the table, okay? ask them if you were in if you could get the perfect situation now, what would it be? Or if you could get one of those suppliers was absolutely perfect, who is it? That's also another way of asking that sort of question, because you're going to get that person, the prospect, thinking about things that they haven't really thought about. As I said before, none of your competitors are going to be asking this sort of thing. So it's going to make your prospect start thinking in a different way, and again, create really good rapport. I hope that helps. Follow us for more tips. I'm on Snapchat, the Formula XYZ. I'm on Facebook every day putting other videos up, me walking the countryside, whatever it is, things that come into my head, goes up on video to Facebook. The Formula XYZ, same on Twitter, Formula XYZ. Really thank you for following. Subscribe to our channel, share this video, get as many as you can. We've got podcasts going up by Friday, so I'm going to bring out some more stuff so you can actually download these as podcasts from iTunes. We've got some interviews coming up, which is going to be the success formula. Some people I know who've got some great multi-million-pound businesses that they've started up 2-3 years ago. Some great stories out there. So watch this space.
This is something like the